Yo, what's going on there, YouTube? Marcus Levy, the Angry Ranter, here for vlog 73 in the Angry Ranter Vlogs Series, Minimalism Day 23. And I felt I'd do a little bit of a walk and talk this morning with the sun directly on my face and in my eyes so that I can talk about some new developments. So, I still have a bit of a cold. The coughing has gone down significantly because I took just trying not to get murdered on the street here. Took one of them Tylenol cold and sinus night times at 9:30 in the morning before passing out yesterday. And then I'm gonna do the same again today, and it should knock it right out because woke up last night before getting ready for work. I have a Halls in my mouth here. Throat lozenge. There it goes. Try to show it on the camera. Gone. But either way. So, woke up and, you know, because the Tylenol stuff has acetaminophen in it, it helped with the sort of pain because I literally strained all my core muscles from coughing so goddamn hard. That I basically threw out my entire front. And it's kind of like, well, if you want to tell me I'm out of shape, fine, but don't make it happen when I'm sick and can't do anything about it because I have no energy to deal with it. And then, of course, because of yesterday's bouts of coughing before I went to bed, I basically threw out my throat muscles. Fun. So coughing today does not hurt down here. It feels a lot better, if not perfectly fine, but my throat is killing me now. But the one more of these cold and sinus night times should knock it right out. But the newest developments involves some future planning. And that future planning is extra education. So I've been recently thinking, because I've been out now for a year doing this adulting thing. And I can tell you, the part that made it real easy to go through all of college and pay for it was because I had that looming thing that I needed to pay for, which made it easier for me to save and set something aside because it was impending, you know, because I knew in 3 or 4 months I'm gonna need it because it'll help me get closer and closer to my goals at the end of the day. Well, the problem is when you have no clear goals, when you have that 4-part scale, right, of job, career, passion, mission, and you know you finally moved up from job to career because I'm not working some part-time shtick at a restaurant or something anymore, as you guys saw by some of the stuff I got rid of, which I had for years at that point. And I'm now working part-time in something that required an education of a certain degree, of a certain type, mainly SSW, criminology, or community and justice studies, in order to attain. So I've clearly moved up the ladder, you know, paid more. So in order to make roughly, say, the same as what I was making when I was in college, it takes less hours to do, and relatively can survive on that and thrive. But because I had no clear-cut goal, no fire under my ass or anything, I had an issue when it came to actually saving any money at all. And I saved a grand total of nothing. Fat lot of nothing. And that was the issue. After 1 year of being out, I will admit I'm not the greatest when it comes to saving, because you go, oh, I'm out. I have nothing big that I need to save for. And because of that, you you find yourself going, oh, I want this thing? Cool, I'll take it. You know, I have no debt, so realistically, I'm still fine. So, but the one thing that I think can help is if I start that next level. Because now I know what the next level is, moving from career to passion, right? So the passion for me is teaching. I like talking, as you guys are more than aware. This is vlog 73. You guys are more than aware that I like to chit-chat, because I will do it even with a camera where you guys respond after the fact. Ow, my throat. Should be back to normal with that tomorrow. But more importantly, I liked me some philosophy. Philosophy is my jam, and that's what it's gonna be. I am gonna go to school starting sometime in 2020 and do a Bachelor of Philosophy part-time, so that I don't have to quit my job and I don't have to quit the smaller aspirations that I do have to move up to, like, eventually nail up a full-time position at my work, because I can do that. And then if I'm still working overnights, because it's kind of what I'm looking for, is full-time overnights, then I can snag like 8 a.m. classes and just stay up a little later before I go home to bed, and then do my homework at work. Or snag like a 7 p.m. class and just go directly home after work, get up a little earlier, and then again still do my homework at work. The plan will be to eventually get the master's as well as the PhD and teach at the university level. Professor the Angry Ranter. There it is. Maybe not without the article the. We'll get rid of that. Professor Angry Ranter. At your service. Dr. Angry Ranter. Still trying to imagine how those intros are going to go. It's like 20, 30 something. And I'm like, yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's Dr. Angry Ranter here. I don't know. But I know that's where I want to go. I know the passion is that, and the mission, hopefully, that comes out of that is being able to write, you know, the next big philosophical piece that helps change the world. For the better, of course. And hopefully we can keep this going as long as possible. I'm starting to get into a real groove. And to really enjoy it. So, I don't know, I thought I was going to wait a little longer before I hit university, but no, I think we're going to go as early as January and start that degree. But since it's part-time, it'll probably take me about 6 years. That way I don't lose out on work. I don't lose out on the freedom to take things at my own pace. And I don't lose out on any of the additional pieces, being able to still relax and maintain a social life and all this other stuff. It'll be far easier when I'm doing 2 or 3 classes at a time than if I was taking a full course load. So, far easier and far, far better. Well, I'm going to do the minimalism part when I get home after a nice long rest. So you guys may see me wearing different clothes at that point. It's because it's been a few hours. But we'll be looking through my college folder at that point, so let's roll. Alrighty, folks. After a nice long rest and an obvious change of clothes, it's time to get to Algonquin College General Arts and Science year at 1. So first off, they make you destroy your student ID card when you get another one. This is a picture of me from first year college. Such a young, unbridled mind. Unruined by society. Oh yeah, so donated blood in first year. Would be the only time I ever did that. Got all the grades listed here. Actually did pretty well. 3.14 GPA, not terrible. It's out of 4. I know some universities are out of 10, and actually one is out of 12 that I know of, and I'm like, who comes up with this shit? So then here is my transcript for after first year. I'm just gonna twist it around, and you can just believe me. I have a full transcript already kept for my university application, so I'm tossing this. Oh yeah, okay. So this is a resume where we had to apply for a job position. And so I clearly applied for something. So this job position here is an administrator with the city of Ottawa, right? Salary $100,000 to $123,000, right? Prof writes optimistic, 4 years of university experience, 4-year undergraduate degree plus 8 years experience. I was like, you just fucking said apply. You said pretend, so I did. But I had my resume on here, and oh god, I've got a lot more experience since then because this is first year. Then I know we had to do group interviews because they were preparing us for the SSW program, which I think was great because obviously ended up getting into that a couple years later. The envelope, for some reason, for my first ever bursary. The fall term transcript, getting my blood donor card, which told me that I'm A positive, which means success flows through my veins. It's a piece of paper with my name on it. I can't quite remember what that was for, but I know it was for something. Oh yeah, geez, back in the day. Okay, so to all those who were newer to Algonquin College, I was part of the UPass referendum. So, for those who have no idea what a UPass even is, it's a college and university bus pass that gets added into your tuition, and you pay it semesterly instead of having to pay for a monthly pass through OC Transpo, which I know when I'm going to school at Carleton, I'm definitely going to be opting in to pay for. But the difference is, when I first started, back in 14-15, we didn't have this yet. So in November of 2014, we had to all go to the polls and vote whether or not we wanted it. And it obviously won 71% to 29%. But for the first 2 years, there was a shit ton of backlash. Thought about running for Student Association that year. I guess this is my marks for psychology. Wasn't very good. Seminar presentation for English. And I got a 19 out of 20 rave reviews. Let's see. The infamous podcast project. So we get into this class. It's understanding social life. Either way, it was a sociology class in first semester. And our prof starts off with this very, lofty goal that he wants us all to research a social issue and then record a podcast episode about it. Well, then we fell behind. The whole class fell behind. So instead of recording a podcast, he just said, I want really detailed and structured notes. Then we fell behind again. And then he said, okay, just fuck it. Just hand me whatever the hell it is you have, and I'll grade it as that. This was an interesting project, but it was by far one of the worst things we ever had to do because our groups were terrible. In my first year, they opened up the AC Hub at Algonquin College, so I went there the first day that it opened. My 2014 fall orientation. I remember that. Hot dogs on the hill. It was great. This, plus I don't know why I drew an Illuminati eye on the back. I have no clue about that. The college 2014 view book. Hey, a pen. You definitely use that. It's a bunch of random junk in here. But then this is the 2014 view book. Back when we had a Saudi Arabia campus, it closed while I was there because it was considered very sexist because it was for men only. Which is true. It's very wrong to open up something somewhere where, not everyone can benefit. But either way, thank you all for watching today's rather lengthy vlog. Hoping to do more to the effect of this, especially come July. Do not hesitate to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Check me out on Instagram at The Angry Ranter 2019 on Instagram. Check me out on Twitter, Levy_Marcus. Check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/The Angry Ranter 2019. And new episode coming up on Tuesday with Daouda, talking about bot accounts. So check out SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify for the catch-up episodes of The Angry Ranter Show. See you tomorrow.